Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Queen Elizabeth, A Day in Her Life. It's time for the royal news. So let's see what's been happening around the day of September the 6th, 2025. The first story comes from Parade, and it's dated September the 5th. The royal family announces death at Kensington Palace with deep sorrow. Catherine, Duchess of Kent, died on September the 4th, 2025. It is with deep sorrow that Buckingham Palace announces the death of Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Kent, the royal shared via Instagram. Her Royal Highness passed away peacefully last night at Kensington Palace, surrounded by her family. The death announcement continued. The King and Queen and all members of the royal family joined the Duke of Kent, his children and grandchildren, in mourning their loss and remembering fondly the Duchess's lifelong devotion to all the organizations of which she was associated, her passion for music, and her empathy for young people. Who was Catherine, Duchess of Kent? Catherine, Duchess of Kent, entered the royal family in 1961 after marrying Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, the grandson of King George V and a cousin of Queen Elizabeth II. Not to be confused with Queen Elizabeth II's son, Prince Edward. She was known for presenting trophies at Wimbledon for years, most notably while consoling Czech tennis player Jana Novotná after the athlete lost the women's single final in 1993. After Queen Elizabeth's death at 96 in 2022, Catherine, Duchess of Kent, became the oldest living member of the British royal family. She and Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, share 3 children: George Windsor, Earl of St. Andrews, Helen Taylor, and Nicholas Windsor. Tributes poured in following Catherine's death. In the comments of the royal family's Instagram post, royal fans shared their condolences. One follower shared with a heart, "I recall her showing such kindness to Jana Novotná at the ladies' final at Wimbledon," and then there was another heart emoji. Another Instagram user wrote, "Very sad to hear this. Sending love to all those who have loved her," with a heart emoji. Someone else echoed, "Wonderful woman, such an elegant and gracious lady. May she rest in peace. Vase of flowers," emoji. A different user commented, "This is such sad news. She was the epitome of style and grace. Such a warm, loving woman. Thoughts and prayers are with her family." And that was a tear emoji after that. Another royal fan wrote, "Oh no, I'm so sorry," with a 2 sad emojis. My condolences to the Duke of Kent. My condolences to the Duke of Kent and their entire family. May Her Royal Highness rest in peace," with prayer emoji hands and 4 broken heart emojis. Meanwhile, someone else shared, "Very sad news. I always admired the Duchess of Kent. She worked hard for her charities and always came across as being humble and kind. My thoughts are with her family at this sad time." And that was a tear emoji. The second story comes from People, dated September 6, 2025. Prince Harry reveals the moment he allowed himself to cry at Mom Princess Diana's funeral. This is by Janie Henney, royal staff writer for People. Prince Harry pinpointed the moment that allowed himself to cry on the day of his mother, Princess Diana's funeral, in his memoir, Spare. The Duke of Sussex, 40, made the revelation in his groundbreaking memoir, published in 2023, where he reflected with candor on the harrowing day in which his mother was laid to rest. Princess Diana died on August 31, 1997, following a car accident in Paris at age 36, as photographers pursued the vehicle she was traveling in, and her funeral was held a week later, September 6, 1997. Prince Harry was 12 and his brother, Prince William, was 15 when their mother died, and they famously walked behind her coffin during her funeral procession. In Spare, the Duke of Sussex wrote that his tears nearly began to fall when Elton John performed an emotional rendition of Candle in the Wind during Diana's funeral at Westminster Abbey. I can't be sure the notes in my head are from that moment or from clips I've seen since. Possibly they are the vestiges of reoccurring nightmares, But I do have one pure, indisputable memory of the song climaxing and my eyes starting to sting and tears nearly following, Prince Harry wrote. Nearly. However, he didn't cry until his mother was buried on the grounds of Althorpe House, the Spencer family's ancestral estate in Northamptonshire. When the hearse finally got to Althorpe, the coffin was removed again and carried across the pond over to a green iron bridge, hastily positioned by military engineers, to a little island, and there it was placed upon a platform. Willie and I walked across the same bridge to the island, Prince Harry wrote in spare about Diana's resting place at Oval Lake Grave. It was reported that Mummy's hands were folded across her chest, and between them was placed a photo of me and Willie, possibly the only two men who ever truly loved her. Certainly the two who loved her most, he wrote. For all eternity, we'd be smiling at her in the darkness, he said, reflecting that envisioning this as the flag on her coffin was removed and her coffin was lowered into the ground was what finally broke me. My body convulsed and my chin fell, and I began to sob uncontrollably into my hands, Prince Harry wrote. I felt ashamed of violating the family's ethos, but I couldn't hold it in any longer. In the decades since their death, Prince Harry has honored his mother's legacy by supporting some of the same charities that she did, such as the Halo Trust. He and his wife, Meghan Markle, also gave their daughter, Princess Lilibet, now 4, the middle name of Diana. Speaking to People in 2022, Prince Harry said that he always hoped to make his mother proud. I certainly hope and believe everything I do makes her proud, the Duke of Sussex said then. In the 12 short years I was lucky enough to have with her, I saw and felt the energy and the lift she got from helping others, no matter their background, ailment, or status. Her life and theirs was better for it, however short theirs or hers was. I honor my mother in everything I do. I am my mother's son, he said. The third story comes from People dated September the 4th, 2025. Princess Diana's hairdresser slams nasty comments about Kate Middleton's new look, dismayed and disgusted. This is by Meredith Kiley. Princess Kate and Prince William, both 43, visited the Natural History Museum's newly transformed gardens on Thursday, September the 4th, in their first joint outing following the summer break. While the visit included an educational tour, meetings with local school children, and even an unexpected downpour, the standout moment was the debut of Kate's new hairstyle. After hints of a hair transformation during a brief appearance in August, Thursday's outing confirmed that the Princess of Wales is now sporting lengthy highlighted tresses, her blondest and longest style ever. The change prompted a wide range of commentary online, including from hairstylist to the stars, Sam McKnight, who served as Princess Diana's personal hairstylist from 1990 until her tragic death in 1997. In a strongly worded post on Instagram, McKnight called out anyone criticizing Kate's look. I'm shocked, horrified, dismayed, and disgusted by all the nasty comments about the Princess of Wales today, he wrote. A woman's hair is very personal to her. It's armor, defense, confidence, and so much more. I cannot believe how evil and lacking in any kind of empathy are the comments, the majority made apparently by other women, attacking a vulnerable other young woman who has no choice, by dint of who she married and the role she took on, to bravely face the public, McKnight continued. McKnight also referenced Princess Kate's cancer treatment and recovery in his message. I'm sure she would rather be away from the public arena. She has brilliantly and quietly, unselfishly represented our country, the soft power we still have as a nation. Cancer affects individuals differently, but is life-changing for everyone. FFS, leave her alone. Shame on you, he wrote. In March 2024, Kate revealed that she was undergoing cancer treatment, and in January 2025, she shared with relief that she's now in remission. During a royal visit to a local hospital earlier in the year, Princess Kate opened up about her experience, telling a patient that she didn't have to have cold cap therapy, a treatment that helps reduce the risk of hair loss during her cancer treatment. McKnight and Princess Diana first met during a shoot for British Vogue, after which the stylist inspired what would become the princess's signature short cut. In 2021, after helping to recreate the look for The Crown, McKnight recalled how he played around with the princess's hair during the shoot. I made it look short under the tiara, and I faked it a bit, he said. When they wrapped, McKnight said Diana asked how he would do her hair if she would let him do whatever he wanted. I said I would cut it all off and just start again, he recalled. It was the beginning of the 90s, and it was at that time that I was doing lots of shows and covers, and lots of the girls had short hair, and we were moving in from the big frou-frou 80s into the sharp, more androgynous business chic of the 90s. In a surprising move, she said, well, why don't you just cut it off now? So I cut it off then, and we never looked back, McKnight shared. The fourth and last story comes from People and is dated September 3rd, 2025. King Charles shares rare health update as he meets with cancer patients amid his own treatment. And this is by Janine Henney. King Charles offered a rare update about his health at his latest royal engagement as his treatment for cancer continues. On September 3rd, the King, 76, spoke about how he was feeling with a cancer patient named Matthew Shinda at Midland Metropolitan University Hospital in Smithwick. The sovereign made the trip to officially open the new medical center and meet clinical staff, patients, and volunteers there. According to Hello magazine, the King told Shinda, who was 73, I'm not too bad, when asked about his recovery. The BBC reported that Shinda, who is receiving treatments for prostate cancer, spoke with King Charles about the delays he navigated in receiving the diagnosis. I'm very sorry about that. It's so frustrating, the King said, according to the outlet. Half the problem is detecting it, isn't it? In time, King Charles said, according to Hello magazine. Later he added, the great thing, I think, is they're getting better and better at dealing with these things. The trouble is there's always hope down the road. The King doesn't often speak about his health, and that comment wasn't the only one he offered about his own well-being at Midland Metropolitan University Hospital on Wednesday. The monarch met with Jacqueline Page, 85, in one of the hospital's acute elderly care wards, where she told him that she was wearing out. Cracking a joke back, King Charles replied, I know this is the terrible thing, as I'm discovering already. The bits don't work so well when you get past 70. King Charles will turn 77 in November, nearly 2 years after Buckingham Palace announced that he was diagnosed with cancer and began treatment. In February 2024, the palace shared that the king was diagnosed with cancer and began treatment. He had a procedure to treat a benign enlarged prostate that January, but a spokesman clarified he does not have prostate cancer. The king followed doctors' advice and postponed public-facing work for 3 months, but continued to undertake state business and paperwork behind the scenes. He resumed forward work in April 2024, and palace sources said before Christmas that his treatment for cancer would continue into this year. On March 27th, the palace announced that the king was briefly hospitalized following an adverse reaction to his routine treatment for cancer. His office said that he was admitted to London Clinic, where he had the prostate operation in 2024, after experiencing temporary side effects that required a short period of observation in the hospital. Sources said that such setbacks are not uncommon, and a royal source described the scare as the most minor bump in the road that's very much heading in the right direction. The king cleared his calendar and returned to work the following week, and he has kept up a full schedule since. King Charles' visit to Midland Metropolitan University Hospital was an engagement that has been postponed following his brief hospitalization on March 27th, and he offered his apologies during his visit on Wednesday. I'm sorry I didn't get here a few months ago, the king told staff during his stop, according to the BBC. So I will end the video here. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so, it would help the channel to grow, as well as giving it a thumbs up. It's all a great help. And if you haven't clicked on the notification bell, if you could do that, it lets you know when a video is posted. More importantly, I want to wish everyone a good day, and tune in again soon for another episode of Queen Elizabeth, A Day in Her Life, the Royal News. Thank you. Bye.